This weekend at UFC 264, Dustin Poirier faced off against Conor McGregor in a very much anticipated fight between these two, the third fight between these two. It was split before, and the rubber match went to Poirier after McGregor lost via TKO after a doctor's stoppage after he snapped his leg and he broke his leg. Dustin Poirier won. You could argue that the fight was pretty even, maybe a little edge to Conor when this happened, but it was only one round in, so we'll never know. And again, look, Conor, you lost. At the end of the day, you lost. TKO, you broke your ankle. That's part of the game. It happens. You lost. And after the bout, Dustin Poirier made it very clear that he has no respect for Conor McGregor, or broken ankle or not, citing back the facts that Conor McGregor called him out in very disrespectful ways, called his friends out in very disrespectful ways, called his wife out, which he went on to do later, and we'll talk about that. But there's no respect between these two guys. McGregor, while having a broken ankle on the ground, as much as I don't like this guy, having a broken ankle, he's on the ground, and he's cutting a promo. That's immediate.
Yeah.
There's one gear for McGregor, and it's nuclear, and that's so entertaining to me. But he's cutting this promo saying, "Your wife is in me DMs," he was in rare form. But Poirier won. He was a better man. Trevor, did Conor McGregor get what he deserved in this fight?
You know, a lot of analysts are talking about this. Have been talking about this. Daniel Cormier has been going off saying just the same thing, and you can kind of think that way, because like he has been. This Conor was way different than the Conor he was when it was in the second fight. He was very respectful, very tame, or whatever. And some might argue that before he got knocked out in that second round, the first fight, the second fight, he actually was winning the fight until then. And I can't totally disagree. I thought that first round went to him in that second fight, and in that second fight, that second round he was winning pretty, not handedly, but it was going back and forth. I thought could have been a toss-up until he gassed out and got knocked out. Then he switched gears back to the disrespectful, shit-talking Conor McGregor, which is somewhat entertaining, right? But when you think about some of the things he says, like he disrespects the man's wife, he disrespects people of his family or whatever, and Poirier, stand-up guy. And don't get me wrong, I do like Dustin Poirier. My family's from Louisiana. He's a Lafayette boy. I definitely like Poirier. And honestly, in these last two fights, he was the better man. To say he deserved it, maybe he did. Karma bit him in the ass, and he broke his ankle. Like, I mean, it's the sport. It's the sport he's in. When you check a kick, you got to make sure when you check a kick, sometimes it comes back broken. Anderson Silva. And Anderson Silva definitely almost deserved that one.
Yeah. Look. I'm going to quote Dustin Poirier on this one. Karma's not a bitch. It's a mirror. And that mirror, the reflection from that mirror came back and bit Conor McGregor right on the ass, or should I say the ankle. And look, I appreciate Conor McGregor. He is one of the best fighters in the world, or at least he was for a while. He's on a bit of a downturn recently. He's lost a few fights, but he was one of the best fighters in the world. Still one of the most talented fighters in the world. But Trevor, the thing is, his promos usually great. He's charismatic. He's good for the sport. The thing is, a lot of times he goes for low-hanging fruit. And that's what people don't like. He goes for low-hanging fruit, and he crosses a line into complete disrespect for your opponent, above what just booking a fight or building up a fight is.
Right.
He called Khabib Nurmagomedov and his friends terrorists. He was referring to them as terrorists, and he knows Khabib is Muslim. He doesn't drink. He was basically throwing alcohol in his face at a press conference. Yep. Disrespect. It's crossing a line. Low-hanging fruit type of disrespect. Yeah, you want to be hated. Yeah, you want to be all this. At least at least ask the guy beforehand when you do this, because we know half of this is a work. Like the UFC takes a lot of cues from wrestling. It's half of it's a work, which is exactly why we're talking about it. Like, so to say that to again, Poirier, he said he was right. He shouldn't have given McGregor any respect, and McGregor proved it by going after his wife afterwards. And again, is it funny sometimes when McGregor says, of course it is, because he's a charismatic dude. I'm going to repeat it. He's a charismatic dude, one of the best fighters in the world, but that doesn't give him the excuse of not being disrespectful. Of course he is, and he crosses the line too much. And when that happens, karma comes back and bites you. When that happens, you don't get respect back from your competitors. And that's why Conor McGregor deserved what he got in this fight.
Now, I mean, as a person that enjoys sports, I didn't like seeing the fact that he broke his ankle. I did.
Okay, yeah. Let me be clear. I'm talking about the fact that he lost the fight.
Right.
Crystal clear. I don't want Conor McGregor to break his ankle. That is a debilitating injury that some people don't come back from. That's not what I want. I was talking strictly about losing the fight.
But he only lost the fight because he broke his ankle. Like, I mean, you don't know what would have happened. You know what I mean? You don't know. The doctor stopped it because he couldn't stand. But the only reason he lost this fight, yes, they were giving each other as good as he's getting. And, I mean, did Poirier, I think, win the first round? Yes. I think, depending on how you look at it, you could have judged it either way, honestly. But the only reason Conor lost this fight because he broke his ankle. Let's just be honest. He broke his ankle. He couldn't continue.
But that's part of the game. That's part of
it.
It
is exactly. It is. It's part of the rule. You can't fight. You lose the fight. I mean, that's just how it goes. But I would want to see someone. I would want to see him if he comes back, and I hope he does. I hope it's not permanent. If he comes back, I'd like to see him fight somebody else before he goes back to Poirier, and I would like to see Poirier fight someone else. If he does fight, because Dana White said there probably will be a number 4. So I would like to see Poirier move on his career, fight someone else.
Well, he will. He's going to fight for the title next, and then the match after that is going to be the rematch with McGregor. So McGregor's just going to get a title. Okay, cool. Whatever. Cool.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what your boy Colby Covington's been up to lately, though?
Oh, I did not. What has Colby Covington been up to? So,
there was a tweet that went out that involved let me check my sources here, because I just saw it the other day, and that involved a fighter and a fighter's wife.
Of course it did. Of course, Colby Covington. No talent hack. Colby Covington is saying this shit.
And it was Dustin Poirier's wife. In his UFC prediction video, he pretty much said that Poirier's wife was pretty much in his DMs, and also he's been, making
So he's just copying Conor? He's doing it? Oh, my God. This dude is such a loser. What a geek. What a loser.
So this is even before the fight started, though. This was his prediction. So he takes a video on Twitter of a picture of him with his shirt coat open in his underwear with Poirier's wife's picture on his drawers.
What is this dude? He literally stole Trump's gimmick, and now he's stealing McGregor's gimmick? Like, he's so unoriginal. He has not an original thought in this dude's brain. Like, President Trump, and then like, the Conor McGregor, your wife stuff. Doofus. Just stick to UFC if you can't cut a promo, dude. Just stick to the fighting. You're good at that. You're not good.
I just read the chats. Yeah. They called me a Conor fanboy.
You are a Conor fanboy. You know who you're not a fanboy of? Colby Covington. No talent hack Colby Covington.
I definitely am a fan of UFC, and I do like Conor McGregor. But truth, like I just said, Dustin Poirier, he's from my family's hometown. Like, he's from Louisiana. I love I do like Poirier. I do.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.